Yo, 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 what's up? This is Jeremy from Judge Innovation Garage in the Peach Capital of the State in Hollywood. Hawkins was somewhere. I tell you what, he thinks he's a dog. Watch this. Hollywood. Holly. What are you doing? Fat boy. Fat boy. If I sit down, he's in my lap. That son gun. If I walk to the house, he walks with me. He's like a dog. All right, so, mm, war zone. All right, boys and girls. Today is part two of the Mustang. I got part three. I did it yesterday and got ahead of myself. But let me talk to you about what I got going on. Again, it's a war zone. Like my buddy Brian said, Crisco's Body Shop, when he showed that Chevelle hood, he said you got to show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there's so much content on YouTube. I mean, it is a constantly full-time job to keep stuff to keep you guys and girls entertaining, and I really enjoy it. But you know, working at Patty's, we didn't get to do much videoing and taping and stuff. There was a crew that done that, but they didn't show the behind the scenes, and that's good for I don't want to say common folk, but for the masses, for people to see the other stuff, because the problem is television editing, they only show you the good stuff. They don't show you the dirty, the mess. Not saying that this is dirty, this is a mess. It's just dirty as a mess. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of time consuming. Is there somebody out there that could probably do it different and better? I'm sure. Taping up and masking, there's no classes. There's nowhere where you can go and say, hey, I want to take a class on taping up. You just have to learn what works and what don't work. Some guys take taping to a whole nother level. Like the paper will be it'll be like one piece of paper. It'd be like we in boot camp, and the bed's suited and booted, and you bounce a quarter off of it. I mean, which is really, really good as long as you don't have no crevices where paint can get into it. And plastic, guys, use a lot of plastic. Well, here's the thing about plastic. If you use plastic, I'll show you right here. So if you use plastic, it has a side, okay? Okay, it has right there. Paint this side, right? So if you put this on this box of plastic, you can get it. It's a 200-foot roll. Oh, it's a 300-foot. It's a 350-foot roll of plastic, and when it folds out, it's 16 foot. This box goes a long way. I don't know how much this is because I just order it, and it is what it is. Because the reason why it says paint this side, it's cause let's say I use plastic on this, right? And I come around and I'm painting. The paint lands on the plastic, right? If you use regular plastic, and you come back around, the paint's going to flake off and land in your paint job. Okay, I got some glue right there. I got to get off. See, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I try to get the paper pulled as tight as I can. You're like, Jay, why you got so many short pieces? Well, I'm by myself. So I use the tape as a hand, like an octopus. I'll grab a hold of it and I'll pull it, and I'll just hold it so I can go tape something else and keep pulling it, keep pulling it, keep pulling it, keep pulling it. Like this. See, this is pretty tight because it's one piece. This is two pieces. And then the seam is overlapped here. And the seam is actually the opposite direction. So if anything goes down in there, it won't get into the car, which there's nothing in there anyway, but nevertheless. And I only taped up to the edge right here because I'm going to put another piece of tape here. I'm gonna scotch this, put another piece of tape here. I'm gonna do the whole car. Then I'm gonna peel this tape, and then when I clear it, I'm gonna clear this in, and then I'll have a fine blue line. I'll peel that line, and that line will melt into that and you won't have no edge. Did you get all that? No, I'm sure there's somebody out there that 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 does it different, and that's fine. There's no wrong way. There's no right way. Like I said, I've been shown by a whole bunch of different people. All right, so this right here is the hatch. So I'm going to move the hatch, but it's back taped, it's curtained, and this is taped. I taped on this edge right here and not the back edge because I didn't want paint to blow in on the deck because the bottom of it's already painted. I taped it here. Now, when I untape it, you're still going to see gray 2K epoxy, but that's okay because this is going to get urethane and you'll never see it, okay? And I'm probably somebody that wrestles, why'd you do it that way? Well, I didn't see you know we're in here clocking in, so feel free to come on. Yeah, I still didn't see you. All right, so all right, here on the back, on the deck, same thing. All of it's trimmed out, all that's done. See, look at there. I got to go back around and check everything. I got to put a piece of tape there. So that's there. This is a nice cart, okay? It is a right here, Innovating Mobile Mask. Part number is IMMD. You see there's some paper missing. So it's got 16s or 12 16s adjustable. Then you got your big paper. Then you got your razor blade. When you peel it, you get your tape on it at the same time. I am missing this. See this right here? This edge here. I actually got this one. This one actually got sent to the color store, and somebody brought it back because it was missing these teeth. So they just replaced it. But I reached out to this company, and I showed them the invoice, and they're sending me another tooth because that tooth is supposed to go right here. So when you pull the plastic, you rip the plastic. And it's got locking wheels. All right. So I did not take the bumper off. Look at Holly. Look at fat boy. Look at fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy, fat boy. I did not take the front bumper off. I know somebody's gonna be like, why didn't you take it off? That thing was a pain in the butt. And so I just reached behind it and back taped everything. And that's the way it is. Same thing with the edge. I'm gonna cut in the edge. I gotta reach in here and back tape this so I don't blow any paint down in there. Probably stick some paper in there too. I gotta come up here and back tape this. Then I got some 3-inch wide black Gorilla Tape. And what the black Gorilla Tape is for is doing the bottom. The bottom. And when I mean the bottom, I'll take that Gorilla Tape and I'll come in here and I'll back tape this 2 times. I'll put one piece in the bottom. I'll put another piece there, so it'll be 3 and 3. So it'll be all the way out to here. Right there, right, Holly. And then I'll come around to the bottom of the pinch welds and I'll go like that and all the way around, and then I will mask it to the floor. Okay. I'll mask it to the floor with blue paper. But before I do all that, I have that brown cardstock. I will sweep the floor. What, you want a snack? Want a snack? So once I do that, I'll clean the floor. I'll put brown paper. I'll put several strips of brown paper on the floor. I'll sweep the floor real good. I'll wipe it down. I get the floor good and clean. It's not sealed concrete, so it's always making dust. I'll put that cardstock down or that construction paper down. Get it Lowe's, big rolls like this. Big rolls like this. I'll duct tape it to the floor with a perimeter. Then I will take, Holly, you're gonna make me fall now. Then I will take this blue paper. I'll take this blue paper and I'll tape it to the back side of the pinch welds to the floor, and it'll be a curtain all the way around this bad boy. Completely sealed to the floor. And then once I shut the doors, I'll do the same thing. I'll tape the back side of the door all the way across, and there will be nothing that comes under the door. And then there we go with the things. So that is that. Same thing with this. This has been plastic on the bottom. I'll have to trim this back a little bit. This has been plastic, and then I put paper. So if you're going to run paper, if you're going to plastic, let's say this. What? Let's say you was going to put plastic right here, right? Let's say you was going to pull plastic. That's great. But you always need to come around with 6 inches of paper around the edges to catch the paint, the solvents, to soak into the paper, which everything will stick. Because I'm going to be doing this over several days, so therefore I don't want anything flaking off. So the plan is, if I keep going the way I'm going, the plan, Lord willing, the plan, Thursday morning, put some sealer on this thing, possibly get some color, Friday, clear it, and be done. If not, it will be done by Saturday. And I don't want anything to flake off. But once that happens, I'll definitely have to. Holly, he wants something to eat. I'll definitely have to have. Spit it out, Jay. Ain't nobody gonna take it from you. I don't even know what I was gonna say. Tape. This tape right here. This is Q1 tape. You can get that from the spray source. I bought several cases, and I have probably used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 to a sleeve. I've probably used, when I get done, I'll probably end up using at least 2 sleeves. Probably. Maybe. I've already used 1, 2. All right, I've used two yellow and 2 green. So I've already used 4 rolls. I've already took 1 out of this, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll probably use, between the duct tape, I'll probably use at least 3 more rolls. All right, so here is the wax and grease remover right here. And then I put it in one of these pump sprayers like this, like so. And then we'll go from there. And then this is the fine line blue line tape that I'll go around. I'll take this tape and I'll go around the edges. I'll go around the edges. What I was telling you right here, I'll go around the edges right there before. And then when I get ready to clear, I'll put 1 coat of clear down, and then I'll peel that blue line. And then when I put the second one on there, it'll melt that edge in and will be good as snuff and half as dusty. So the plan is, I'm gonna put 1 medium coat of 2K CRE 321 epoxy. That's to lock it down. If anything, any bare spots on the edges or something, if I burnt through, that seals that down with 2K epoxy. And then I'll let that flash off for about an hour, maybe 2 hours. Then I'll come in and I'll put 2 medium wet coats of DOS sealer, which is dark gray, G7. I'll let that flash off for probably at least 12 hours. I'll nib out anything that needs to be nibbed out. And then I'll put 3 coats of base, 3 coats of mid coat, 3 coats of top coat. I'll let that stuff flash off, make sure ain't nothing good. And I'll nib in between coats to make sure I don't have no trash, no lint, no dust, no gnats or gnats or anything. And then after that gas is off really, really good, I'm going to mix up that Vibrance Clear, which that's in the next video. I ain't going to get too far ahead of that. And I'm probably going to put 5, maybe 6 coats of clear on this thing. Probably 6 coats. Because when it gets wet, sand, and buffed, it's going to lose at least 1.5 meals, probably 2 meals. So might even put 7 coats. But I appreciate you. This paper here, it's good paper. It's waterborne compliant, and it's good to go. So again, boys and girls, I appreciate you. Remember what I said? Don't worry about the man up the road. Don't worry about the man down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. But God first, let loose and grab, peace, some chicken grease, I'm out.